So you're going to have to excuse me today, guys. I finally came down with the lurgy, got COVID, so hence no clients, and I'm just working on my little dummy finger. So I just wanted to do a couple of things. I love acrylics, and traditionally that's always my first choice, what I would have originally went for. But since getting this builder in a bottle, I really love the way it applies. I love how easy it is to work with. My clients are getting really, really good retention. And one of the things I wanted to do was to see if we could marble in the builder gel the same way we do with acrylic. So rather than laying the colour on top, once the base has been laid and filed and buffed into shape, I wanted to see if I could sort of bring those colours through it the way you would with an acrylic marble. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and start with Rome. This is the new one. I haven't even tried this yet. So we'll see how it goes. I'm just going to do one oh, that's a nice pink. Such a beautiful colour. I'm going to do one thin coat. You have to forgive me if this is not perfect. I'm actually looking at it through the camera. So what we normally do is to apply that thin coat, okay? Obviously, on a client, you'll have put your rubber base on. So one thin coat, and we'll cure that, and then we'll come back in for a second. So that is the first layer cured. I'm going to go in with the second layer, and this is the one that you can sort of build a bit more strength in the nail with. You can see there, it's a lovely colour pink and the consistency, etc. So normally what we do is just go in, push up towards the cuticle, and just feather that and run that down ever so gently to the tip. That is, if you want to build a bit of strength into it. Now, what I also do sometimes with clients is I'll take a detailer brush, because a lot of clients have their side walls aren't as exposed, obviously, as this. And I do go down into the side walls and round the cuticle end with a detailer brush. So I'm just going to leave that like that. Now, it is self-leveling, so it's pretty nice product. I tend to flash cure when I'm working on a client with it. Beautiful colour, that pink, I have to say. I don't know if you can see it there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to try this. I've not even done this as a sample before. I'm just going to try it straight from the pot, as it were. This is a yellow. This is daffodil. And I'm just going to put the tiniest wee blob on the nail directly. I haven't cured anything yet, so I just want to see what kind of an effect this gives. And this is all out because it's just beautiful. I love this as a pink. Blob that in there again as well. Very technical term, blob. And a little blob of white. Now you can see actually how viscous that product is, because you can see how it's sort of running towards the edge of the nail. But this has kind of created a little blooming effect almost straight away. So I'm just going to take my little dotting tool, and I'm just going to go through this, work it into the nail and into the product rather than on top of the product. Yeah, you can work with it quite well. Let me see if I wanted to add another little tiny bit of pink. Make sure we don't get any transfer into the pot, into the bottle. brush that off. Yeah, all the product is moving to the bottom of the nail, which is not where we want it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it up. And I'm going to turn it over. You can almost see it moving there. You see the shape on the nail, so we don't want that all at the front of the nail, at the free edge. We want to have that moved back a little bit. And moving your client's hand around is the easy way to do it, albeit you can't remove the finger from the joint like I've just done, but nonetheless it does work. So I'm going to put that in the lamp and I'm going to cure it. So that's it cured. I think it's interesting how you see by moving the nail, the marble effect that we started at the nail tip has actually crept back that little bit towards the cuticle end. So it's kind of nice. It'll even marble those colours together even further. Now you could go in if you wanted to. This just requires a top coat. I always like to have a nice look around the shape of the nail to make sure that there's no lumps or bumps, you know, and just tidy it up if it needs tidying up. But from there, that's what we have. So success, what do you think? Would that work on a client? Would that take too much time, or do you think we could do something like that on a regular basis? Let me know what you think.